I want to talk about plane issues for a minute. I don't know how many of you are traveling right now, but this is the worst travel environment in my life except for soon after 9/11. If you were traveling right after 9/11, there were all sorts of security issues. It took hours to get through and screened. It was a mess. And anybody who lived through 9/11 remembers that and the subsequent issues that still exist. You have to take your shoes off. You have to take your laptop out. All the different myriad rules that they put in place at the TSA. So I was down in South Florida over the weekend, and I decided I was going to try to get back earlier than normal and hop on a flight Saturday evening instead of coming back Sunday morning. So I could have spent all day Sunday here with my family. Flight was delayed, so I waited to get to the airport till late in the evening. I got there probably 9:30-ish for what was supposed to be a 10:30 departure. Initially, the departure was 7:30. They bumped us all the way to 12:15, and they said, there's a flight coming in. It has your crew on it, and the pilot can decide. I've never even heard this before. They said the pilot decides when he lands here whether he wants to fly you back to Nashville or not. We don't know what the answer is going to be. So you need to sit here and wait. He's flying right now from Washington, D.C. down to South Florida. And when he gets here, he can decide whether or not he wants to fly you home to Nashville. So pilot gets to town, lands the plane. All the flight attendants go get on the airplane. They are ready to go. Pilot waves his hand, says, I'm not taking the flight. So they cancel the flight after making everybody wait from roughly, 5:30 or so, 6 o'clock. Flight was initially supposed to go off at 7:30. They tell everybody, flight's not taking off at all. Your flights are canceled. Immediately start rebooking people on Southwest Airlines. So people are furious because they've made them wait all day and then canceled a flight because the pilot doesn't want to fly. As a part of this rebooking, some people are getting rebooked 3 days later to be able to fly out of South Florida. No rental cars to be found. No other flights. Obviously, it's 12:15 at night. The entire airport in Fort Lauderdale is virtually empty. I'm fortunate because I already have a flight booked for the next morning. I didn't change it. So I just get up and I already have a hotel room. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just me. I don't have kids with me. A lot of parents there stayed in the airport overnight, slept there. What I want to ask, and I want people answering these questions, why is air travel such a disaster right now? Why do so many of you listening to me talk right now have your own stories about air travel disasters from this summer? How is it that the airline industry is so incredibly awful? Canceling flights, not taking off on time, leaving you waiting for hours. I'm not saying that air travel is usually perfect. It certainly isn't. It's never in my life, with the exception of 9/11, been this bad. I don't know what's going on, but it is an unmitigated disaster. Such that there are flight attendants saying things I've never heard before, gate attendants. Hey, we have to wait till the pilot gets here. We don't even know if your flight is potentially going to take off or not. So you have to wait here for hours for an airplane to land. Look, if you're going to cancel the flight at 10:30. Let people leave, go get a little bit of sleep. You're angry, but you're not as angry as if you sit around at an airport all day and then they cancel the flight after midnight. I know there's a lot of people out there. This plane issue deserves to be examined. If we had a competent transportation secretary instead of Mayor Pete, maybe we'd have some answers about why everything is so awful for travel. And I'm nervous about how things are going to go now. I fly Southwest Airlines all the time. And I'm flying to New York City tomorrow. Then I'm flying to Detroit. Then I'm flying to Salt Lake City. Like, I'm everywhere. I travel all over the place. And I got to tell you, I've never seen it this bad. I've never seen travelers this angry. I've never seen passengers being treated this poorly than what's going on right now in the summer of 2022.